Greetings, friends, and welcome to another edition of Moments in the Word. Today I want to ask you a question. What kind of influence are you having? Did you know that every single person has influence? Now I know that right away some of you are probably thinking of a positive type of influence that truly impacts lives. But influence really goes much deeper than that. Influence can be good or bad. The way that you live your life, the actions that you take, and the behaviors that are a consistent pattern in your life absolutely affects people around you. People you know well and people you hardly know at all. You are influencing them, or another way to say it is that you are creating a desire, you are creating an atmosphere around their life for them to mimic you for the positive or for the negative. One of the things that I see happening in our culture today is a very negative influence that the church seems to be having. There are a lot of people who profess to have a relationship with Christ that put on a persona of Christianity, yet are living far below the standard the Bible has set for their life. The dangerous thing about this is they have a great sphere of influence. Everyone who encounters them every single day is influenced or affected by the way they behave. And when they profess to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, when they claim the title of Christian, people around them naturally are going to mimic their behaviors, believing that if this individual is Christian and he or she does a specific behavior, then it must be okay. Sadly, the church in general, the church at large, is leading many people into a great deception in these last days. And that really shouldn't take any of us by surprise, because the Bible warned us that that would happen. The Bible did warn us in the last days that there would be a great apostasy, or a great falling away, a great dispersion of people from following real truth. As a matter of fact, the Bible warned us in the last days that many false Christs would come. For many years, most of us have believed and even taught that that would be individuals who claimed to be Jesus. And yes, we have seen that wacky behavior a lot throughout the ages. As a matter of fact, even right now, currently down in Miami, Florida, there is an individual who claims to be the Messiah, and those who are following him are even tattooing their bodies with the number 666. However, I don't believe that the Bible is speaking about a specific individual that would claim to be Jesus or claim to be the Messiah. I believe that that goes much deeper in its contextual meaning. I believe that when the Bible warned us there would be many false Christs who would come, that it actually was a warning that there would be teachings in the name of Christ, that there would be an image put into the world of what it means to be a Christ follower that was nothing like what Jesus really intended. We have been painted a portrait of a Jesus that does not fit the Jesus of the Bible. And that, my friends, is a false Christ. So I want to come back to the question that I started with at the very beginning. What kind of influence are you having? Are you having a positive influence on people that is leading people to the real Jesus? Sometimes that means having the willingness to confront bad behaviors in a friend. That means standing up for what is right, even whenever it is against the cultural norm. Or are you having a negative influence on people? Are you leading people away from the real Jesus of the Bible into a path following a Christ that resembles not the Bible at all? You know, the Apostle Paul said it best when he said, "Imitate me as I imitate Christ." And no, he wasn't being arrogant in any way. Paul never claimed perfection. As a matter of fact, he is the one who said, among sinners, I am chief. And he also said, those things that I don't want to do, I find myself doing, and the things that I do want to do, I can't seem to do it all. What is this battle that rages in me? Yet even in those frustrations, the moments when he realized he was not living quite at the standard every day he would like to, he still had the confidence to say, but imitate me, because I am doing my best every day to imitate Christ, the real Jesus. Paul spent time with Jesus in prayer. Paul spent time studying the Word, which for him at that time was simply the law and the prophets, what we consider the Old Testament. Through the pages of those scriptures, Paul began to know God intimately. And he was confident that through building that relationship with Jesus, that he was behaving every day in a way that would lead people to the real Christ. Even though he would mess up, because he was quick to repent, he was quick to admit when he was wrong, yet still overall, for the majority of his time, his actions were in perfect alignment with the scriptures. So I leave you with that question today, a question that I implore you to contemplate. Get alone with Jesus and ask him to reveal to you just what kind of influence you are having. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you in the next edition of Moments in the Word. Blessings.